And I think everybody can find those 10 to 15 minutes. And that's just a very nice suggestion of fitting it within your day rather than trying to find that 1 hour block, which almost nobody can ever find. So I
Exactly.
really like that suggestion.
Yes, and then what happens, Pankaj, just to add something here, is people try to do that in the beginning when they are like all excited, like you know how the New Year resolutions are very exciting for a little while, and then people tend to give up in within even the first 15 days or the first month of January. The reason is they start with excitement, but they're not able to keep up with that 1 hour commitment or a half an hour commitment. So rather than doing that, start slow and make it more reasonable. The expectation should be more reasonable. So just try and do with small chunks. Learn well within, maybe by attending the weekly session with us, just learn the techniques well, or even you can watch the video on our YouTube channel. But once you do that, once you've learned it, you in a regular week, you can try and do those 5 or 10 or 15-minute sessions or chunks of time as it permits, as our routine permits.
That's good suggestion. I also heard you mention over there the little ones at home, and I know
Yes.
that you were also telling me about the robotics championship that 1 or 2 of your kids are doing now. So I was just curious, and I mentioned Supermom. I truly believe you are. I was just curious how that experience is, and how have you been able to through the pandemic as well as everything else going on, if you wanted to share any insights or experiences.
Oh, sure. So, yes, we have four little ones actually. The oldest is 11, and so the older two are boys, 11 and 9, and then the younger two are girls, 7 and 2 years old. So our hands are full, and I was working full time until my youngest was born, and then this time around we did not get a reliable babysitter on time, and so I decided, okay, maybe that is a sign for me to take a break. I didn't have a choice at that point. I was like, okay, I don't want to put a 3-month-old baby in daycare. So I just decided, okay, it's high time. I have worked through all my pregnancies and kids when they were babies. I have worked through it all. So I felt, okay, I should take a break and take care of my baby at home. So I did that, and I'm happy with the decision. However, with pandemic coming, I had thought it'll be a year's break, and then maybe I'll look for jobs and I'll go back. So I have never for a long time. So I always had this thought that I'll be going back to work after a year. But because of pandemic, I just decided to push my plans a little further. And so kids have been doing online schooling. We didn't feel comfortable sending them to school, so all three of my older kids are doing schooling from home. And my youngest, of course, she is the naughtiest of the lot, and she's everywhere all day long, so she keeps me on my toes. And my husband has recently started working from home as well, which is a good thing too, because I get to see him more now. He used to travel quite a bit before. But again, a lot of unusual things happening this year. It's with everybody, not just with our family. So we are trying our best to adjust. It is not a perfect scenario when you think about schooling from home, trying to make sure they do all the schoolwork on time. It's like a constant challenge. Sometimes we are like, why did we make this decision? It would have probably been better to send them to school. But we are constantly juggling and trying hard. The thing is, it can never be perfect. We cannot have it all. I think we have to give ourselves grace. We have to take it easy, not get stressed out. And again, back to my yoga. I do my yoga at least every now and then, so that helps me cope up with all the challenges. But other than that, I think we're just trying our best to make our kids independent also. They are older, the older ones especially. They are smarter now. They understand things when we try and explain to them. So just trying to make them independent also helps. There are times, they're still kids. Kids are kids. So there are times when they have their own fights or arguments, and we have to be there right in the middle. So those kind of situations are always there, and challenges are there. But still, we just consider it as a blessing to have a family here. And we're just trying to take one day at a time, one challenge or struggle at a time. And of course, everything that we learn as employees working in corporate environment, all the management tools and techniques and organizational skills and abilities, leadership abilities, let's put them at home, let's put them to work at home. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I maintain my calendar for all of them. I try to be organized. It's, as I said, it's not perfect, but I try the best that I can with every situation. So that's about it, Pankaj.
That is so interesting. And, I'm sure everybody will pick a few tips out of what you just shared. I was also wondering, you do so much, and you also find time to do several other things. What are you involved with these days? Anything new, interesting that's coming up?
Oh, well, there's always, our yoga activities are always ongoing. We are always thinking about, we have a team at Utsahi Yoga Foundation. So we are always thinking about new events and helpful programs to bring about for the communities around the world. So that is all constantly ongoing process for us. And I'm involved with it very closely. But besides that, as you mentioned in my introduction, I've started hosting programs on Bharat FM recently. So that is taking a bulk of my time now. Whatever time I get besides my responsibilities at home. And before Bharat FM, of course, I used to get more involved. I actually try to be busy because that is a great way of utilizing my time here. I feel that time goes by very fast. I feel I have to use my abilities to serve and help whenever possible. I just feel like, I shouldn't wait for the right time to extend my services to somebody. Rather, I want to do it today. I want to do it now. That is my feeling, my personal feeling. So that is the reason, anytime I see there is a need or there is an opportunity where I can serve or help somebody, I just try to get involved. So that is the whole the attitude or the mindset that I have. And sometimes it gets hard, but the great thing is I have a very good support system here in terms of my husband. He is able to manage when I am busy with some things, and I make sure that my kids and my husband's routine and calendar and schedule is taken care of before I commit myself to anything else. So as much as I'm excited, enthusiastic to take on more things, I also, it's my prime responsibility to make sure that everything else, our home ship is sailing smooth. So we do that. So somehow we tag team and we carry on these activities. But my kids are also, as they're growing older, they are enjoying these community, the involvement in community. They are learning so much from it. For example, a few years back when tornadoes hit Dayton, there were many, like I think 600 homes that were destroyed, and many families were displaced, and so much was going on in Dayton. And it was not a time that any of us could just say, hey, it did not hit us, so we are okay. It was a time when we all had to just step out and do something for others. So that was a time when my husband and I took our kids. Our baby was literally in our arms at that time. She was so little, but we decided to take our older kids and the baby in the car seat and go there where the tornadoes had hit. There was a donation center. We worked for hours, and we encouraged our kids to work, and they really learned a lot from that experience. They, even till today, I mean, although we don't mention it, they bring it up sometimes. So this is the kind of reward we are looking, we is very gratifying actually, when we see that we are encouraging our kids and our kids are learning so much from all the various activities that we are involved in. And now that I'm doing the Bharat FM shows and I'm doing my yoga class and virtually and everything, they understand that mom can juggle between different things and dad supports mom. And so we all can do multiple things. It's not just one thing that we can be involved with at one time. So I think that has an advantage too as they grow up. They just learn so much. So I think there are multiple reasons I do this. One is for my own satisfaction. I feel very happy when I see that even if one person is benefited, whether it is just a conversation, even when you have a conversation with somebody, if that brings a smile or a hope to that person, I feel very happy end of the day. So my goal is every day, this is my personal goal, which I've actually not shared with anybody. You're the first person. My personal goal is every day I have to do something that is an improvement from yesterday. So I do not like to repeat mistakes. I don't complain or feel guilty about mistakes. I feel it's human to err, humans make mistakes. That's okay. But it has to be a learning for me. So once I make a mistake, I try not to repeat it. So the next day is a new day, a new hope, a new beginning. So I try to improve myself. That is an everyday goal for me. And along with that, an everyday goal is to try to do the right thing, be positive, and help somebody. So even if that helping means sending a message to someone to cheer them up or to say hello, or if I see a Facebook post where I could help somebody with something, I try to do that. So that's an everyday goal for me. So that gives me personal gratification. And along with that, as I mentioned, it also inspires the people who are around us. And today's world, as you know, Pankaj, we all need more positivity. We all need people supporting each other. I mean, there are so many reasons why people are in depression, why people are facing challenges. But if we can serve even one person, we can make it better for even one person, whether it is within our family or outside. I think we should all try and do it. So that is how I think about things.
That's such a noble sentiment, and it's truly inspiring. And thank you so much for sharing that personal goal.
my,
It's,
my pleasure.
I'm really touched. Yeah.
My pleasure. Sorry, I'm taking so much of your time though. Okay.
No, I'm just, enjoying and being inspired at the same time, truly. I know you also wanted to send a message out to, as part of the Women's History Month. You want to close with that?
Sure. Yes, yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm glad you asked me that. March, especially, when we all think of March, we think about women empowerment. We think about the history of women. We think about so many things related to women. So I just felt, since you requested for this interview in March, it may be the right opportunity for me to just share a few thoughts about the message that I have. There are many women who are empowered, who are breaking the glass ceiling these days. But at the same time, there are many of us who still are facing quite a few challenges. So my message, I'm hoping, will reach those who are in doubt, who are still having struggles. And so there are just, I think for women, there are 4 points that I would like to bring up. One is never feel disappointed or discouraged. This is a lesson that I learned, my siblings and I learned as kids from my father. His life story is full of ups and downs. The downs were so terrible that even, as bad as whether he would get, when he would get the next meal, the downs were that bad. And the ups were as great as, being the sole representative of India for yoga in an international platform. So the ups were that great. So what happened in between is all his grit, his determination, him not giving up. So he has put it in us to such an extent that doesn't matter what situation we face in life, he has asked us and he's told us never to get discouraged, never to get disappointment. So I think that helped me a lot when I came here to the United States alone. I faced my own personal struggles and challenges, and that was one constant thing that was always keeping me going is, hey, no, I should not give up. I should not feel discouraged. There is something else, a bigger meaning or a bigger thing. So that is one thing I'll tell women. Please don't feel discouraged. There may be people who may want to put you down, who may not value your contribution, who may not give you credit that you deserve, or who may even be adding more hurdles to your way. But I would say, find what the strength within you. Every person deserves to be happy. So the second point I would say is break free, find your happy place. And the International Women's Day theme this time is choose to challenge, what you had posted in the Facebook group. I would like to add an adverb to it, choose to challenge wisely. So, depending on your situation, for example, there are women who are in abusive relationship. There is absolutely no point in continuing your life in such relationships. Rather, choose to challenge that, but be wise. My mother always stressed to us as kids growing up, think about your self protection, think about self care. That is one thing that she always stressed upon, because there is nobody else who will take care of you. You know yourself best, so you have to learn to protect yourself. You have to learn to take care of yourself. So that's the message I would like to give to all those women. Choose to challenge your current situation. Do not accept it as a lifelong thing. You have to break free, but please do it wisely, so that way you are safe and you come out of the situation. And the third thing I would like to say is be independent. Girls, please do not wait for the knight in shining armor to come and rescue you or take you to the palace and allow you to lead a happy life. We are all in this century now, in this age where we can all be independent. So getting financially independent is very important. Finding our own personal identity is very important. It gives us self confidence and determination to us to overcome any situation in life. So that was the third point I wanted to mention to women and girls out there. And fourth is, please set your priorities in life. Materialistic inclination and happiness is temporary. It will only take us that far. So what is it that really brings us joy in life? Whether it is serving others, we have to find that happy place. It could be, if I may be liking working with children, so try and find that time to serve kids, whether it's in a children's hospital, whether it's in a daycare setting, whether it's in a foster care. You can, even if you don't have kids, you can adopt a child. You can do whatever is possible by you. So try and set your priorities in life. Try to find the joy and happiness that is everlasting. If at all you like talking to elderly, there are so many nursing homes around where we can go and serve. Of course, considering the pandemic situation, maybe not right away, but either way. So we just have to find that happiness. So never feel discouraged, break free, choose to challenge wisely, be independent, and please set your priorities in life. Those are the 4 points I would like to mention to all women out there. And I have a couple other points which may be applicable to everybody. Other than, if you see a woman in your life, whether it's at home or in the work environment, let's say she has little ones at home, that means it's a given that she's juggling. Please try and be more flexible. Be more kind to that person. These are simple things. Not all women expect, like, roses or diamonds or big kind of favors from everybody. Sometimes it's just a hello, just asking how they're doing, whether their work life is going well, whether there's any issue at home. Just giving them a flexibility in case they are in your team, you're a manager, giving them a couple extra hours, or allowing them to work at a different time or work from home. Such small flexibilities go a long way for women. It's enough juggling for them. So I really hope that more, and this is true for men and women at workplace. Sometimes they don't see how much an employee may be struggling. So I request that to happen too, just showing more respect and understanding to other women employees. And as you are bringing up your children, those parents with young kids, I would really try and encourage everybody to bring up the boys and girls equal at home, which most cases are happening these days. But it is very natural for us when we see that a girl is more helpful to ask for more favors from the girl, and if the boy is being lazy, to let that boy go, do his thing. But rather we should try to allow that girl to rest and have her time, and encourage the boy to come and help more. So if we do that more and more, the boys also grow up into men who are inclined to helping women more, respecting more. I think that will ensure that going forward, the times change, and our generations, future generations, there is more equality between men and women. Thank you so much, Pankaj. Those are the points that I really wanted to mention today.
Vijaya, when you said that you wanted to give a message, I did not know what you had in mind. But I could not think of a better message for this month and for all times. And I'm really inspired, and I'm so happy to know you. I
Thank
have
you.
to say
Thank you.
that. I'm
Thank you,
really happy.
Pankaj. I should thank you for this opportunity. It was great talking to you. And also, as you see, I feel very happy to share my thoughts. So thank you for giving me
Yeah.
this opportunity.
Okay. Thanks again, and all the best. And we'll keep talking.
Keep talking, and please do attend my yoga session.
We'll do. And we'll send information out to everybody, and hopefully more people will be attending it too.
Sure. And please also watch our Bharat FM programs. A lot of RJs are putting in great effort in different regional languages as well as, national programs. So please do watch them as well. Thank you so much, Pankaj.
Thank you, Vijaya.
Bye. Take care.